Hi, welcome to my home. My name's Tanya, if you don't know, and this is my son Christopher, and this is Addie, his girl. Well, we had something happen to us on Monday, and it was very scary. You know, as you know,
Yeah, it was basically I was in my room there and heard a commotion in the kitchen, came out, and the stinking oven was on fire.
yes, and we have got an electric oven. And I forgot, how I used to work in the healthcare field, and I could not remember what to do. And I remember all I did was I threw flour on it. And guess what?
It basically made things worse, made the whole house a mess, and it just kind of it just didn't put it out at all. It didn't smother the flames.
So what's the best thing for flour? Instead of flour.
According to Google, it's gonna be baking soda.
Yeah. So if you don't have a fire extinguisher, make sure you have, after you call the fire department, then use baking soda, or else throw baking soda on first or something. But no flour on electrical stuff. Flour is good for grease. It's good for that, because I had that one time when I was working at a job, and I opened up the broiler, and they had not cleaned it for a while, and I was a fill-in staff there. Pulled it out, and there's this flame, and I'm hollering. I said, "Get the flour, get the flour!" This gal runs over, and she hands me the flour. I throw it on there, and it made a mess, just like the flour did, here. Anyways, I cleaned it up, and I did report it to the people so they could, take care of situations. Yeah. So.
Well, the deal with the oven here is the element itself wore down. And that caused the electric fire to go. If it's an old oven, that's liable to happen. So you gotta be cautious about that. I looked it up on Google there. And aside from the baking soda, with a situation like that, it said close the door and unplug it.
Mm-hmm. After you throw the baking soda.
Yeah.
Yes. And I had not known that. I forgot all about everything. And I was hollering I think I hollered for you first.
Yeah.
And then I was hollering for Roger, because we were like, what do we do? And after I made a mess of the flour. So Roger, my husband, comes out, and he pulls out the stove, and he unplugs it, and he says, get everything off the stove, and he takes his arm and he goes like that. And before he hollered that, I had a pot roast with in a cast iron skillet in the oven, and I had to pull that out because there was that fire, and I put it on top. And it was in a Dutch oven. And anyways, when he called, remove everything, I picked it up, did not have anything on my hands, so I ended up burning my hands, and I threw it onto the sink, and I think there was dishes in there too. Anyways, but I would do it again just for safety if we were in the same situation. But I ended up getting blisters. My son was my doctor. He was putting all this antibiotic and the Band-Aids on my fingers.
Yeah. I tell you what, it was a scary situation there. A person needs to be well versed and alert. There, a fire can happen anywhere. There are so many things around the house that can catch fire in an instant.
Yeah. Can you name some offhand?
Well, you got your regular fires that can catch like papers, stuff like that. Wood. You got your tire fires. You got chemical fires, electric fires. Basically,
we know that one.
There's a whole list.
Yeah,
a whole list. I recommend looking into it.
That's a good idea, because honestly, that's a great idea, Chris. Like if you need to start Googling, because sometimes we have no clue, and I could not remember what to do, and I don't know if I would have been able to pull the stove out or the oven out, whatever.
You would have been fine. What a person needs is any type of housing situation you're in, make a plan. Because emergency of any kind can happen.
I agree. I agree.
It's like you're in school and they give you those fire drills. If a fire happens at school.
Yep.
And it's easy to forget about it. Put it on your mind when you're growing up and you're living on your own. You're doing living your own life.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
But it can happen too much, too easily. The person needs to have a plan ready and discuss it with your family.
I agree 100%.
It's too easy to, yeah.
Yeah, and it's scary. It's scary. And even if you're older and even in your 80s, you can still do things. You can still keep knowledgeable about this stuff, and and write it down on a paper and put it on magnets on your refrigerator so you can look at it to constantly remind yourself,
Even if it's just for yourself and you don't have anyone around to teach
Yes.
it, if it's just to remind yourself,
Yes.
no matter how old you are.
I agree. But we wanted to tell you about it because I thought it was very, very important, because it was a very scary thing that happened. And my fingers, I was so upset. I'm like, I will never be able to paint again. I had blisters on my hands, but I'm fine now. But I was thinking, I will never be able to paint. I won't be able to do anything. I was whining. Anyways, thank you for coming. And Christopher and I will say you have a blessed day, and, keep safe. Okay, bye.
Hey, remember to subscribe to my mom's channel. See ya.